Hello folks, we are taking up the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 2. In this chapter we have studied concepts about Cartesian product, relation and functions. All together we are going to see in the miscellaneous exercise. The first question says that the relation F is defined as, it's there on the board, the relation F is defined like this, the relation G is defined like this. They ask us to check, show that F is a function and G is not a function. They are also telling us that F is a function and G is not a function. Now why it is so, that you have to work it out and you have to show. We have learnt earlier that a particular relation can be a function only if a certain pre-image will not have two images. None of the pre-images can have two images. If at all a pre-image has got two images, then that is a reason enough for the function to not be, for the relation to not become a function. So that we will be seeing over here. We can literally substitute and we can see how the values will come out. Let's maybe take F and G here. For the function F, we can just check, or for the relation F, let's check. For maybe x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 3, x equal to 4, let's check what happens, x equal to 5 and so on, x equal to 10, what happens. For x equal to 1, the function they have given you, where it is being defined. So between 0 to 3 it's defined as x squared. So it will be, the function value over here will be 1 squared 1, here the function's value will be 2 squared 4, here the function's value will be 3 squared 9. But we carefully observe that 3 is there over here also, it's there over here also. That's how the interval is defined, or that's how the function is defined. So according to this definition, the function's value is coming as 3 squared 9, and suppose according to this definition it should be 3 into 3. That way it will come to 9. Both ways it's coming to 9. So that's suiting us. Similarly, let's find out f of 4. F of 4, because it's lying in this interval, it will come to 12, and f of 5, it will come to, because it's lying in this interval, it's 15, and so on. We can find out all the values. F of 10 will come to 10 into 3, 30. So we have found out the values, and here when we look at the values, they are looking quite okay, because for every pre-image we have got a certain image only. You don't have two images coming up for one pre-image, that's not happening. So therefore this looks okay, and that is why this is a function. Now we'll check the corresponding G values for the same x equal to 1. G of 1 by definition it is x squared, till 2 it is x squared. So G of 1 will be 1 squared 1, G of 2 will be 2 squared 4. But 2 is lying here also, and according to that definition, G of 2 will be 6. This is the problem, and we need not work further. See, here we have for every pre-image as a single image, so f is a function. But here for the pre-image 2, you have got two associations. So it's like 2 from here, it's getting associated to 4 and 6 both, because of two different definitions. And this kind of a thing can only make it a relation, it cannot make it a function. That is why G is not a function but f is a function. So this is how we understand it, and you write it the way you want. F, since every pre-image is associated to a single image, for f, so that's not fair. So f is a function, but G of 2 is 4 and G of 2 is 6. So we cannot have it like that. As I said, this kind of association we don't allow. Therefore G is not a function. So this is how we understand what is the idea about the function. So that is about your first question. Now let's look at the second question. In the second question, they define f of x as x squared. It's been defined as x squared, and they're asking us to find this. F of 1.1 minus f of 1 by 1.1 minus 1. You have to find that value. So it's nothing so great. We only have to find out this f of 1.1 and f of 1, and then we can substitute it in this expression. You can get the answer. It's only about that. So let's see how to go about that. Here let's try to find out f of 1.1. We know that f of x definition is x squared, means whatever x comes, it should be made a square. So 1.1 should become 1.1 squared, and we know that is 1.21 by calculation. So also f of 1 by definition will come to 1 squared, which is 1. Therefore, let's check out for this expression now. Therefore, f of 1.1 minus f of 1 by 1.1 minus 1. Let's see, we've got all the values. So, we just have to substitute, solve it and get the answer. So, that's what we are going to do. Now, f of 1.1 for us, it's 1.21 and this is 1, and here it is 1.1 minus 1. Our maths is very strong, we know it is 0.1. So, it will come to 0.1 and this will come to 0.21 by 0.1. Now, whatever logic, by whatever way you want to solve, you can solve and get the answer. Maybe we multiply by 100 both in the numerator and denominator to get away with the decimals. So, we are getting 21 by 10 when we do that. And then we get the answer as 2.1. So, basically the value of this expression is 2.1. That is what they have asked us. Use a function's definition and get the value of that given expression, and it comes to 2.1. That is about this. Now, we will quickly move to the third question. In the third question, they say find the domain of this function. The function is given to us and they ask us to find the domain of this function. Now, this is a rational function. Whenever you have this kind of function, it's called as a rational function. And for the domain of a rational function, you have to be only careful about the denominator. By no chance the denominator should become 0. The moment denominator will become 0, it will the function will not be defined. So, you have to be for defining your domain, you have to be only careful to check that the denominator should not become 0. So, what we are going to do, we will find out the points where the denominator is becoming 0, and that we will remove from our domain. Then our function becomes safe and function will be well defined. So, let's get across that. We will look at the definition. Let's look at the denominator. Consider the places where the denominator is becoming 0. Let's consider where it becomes a polynomial becomes 0 at its roots. So, we will find out the roots. So, x squared minus 8x plus 2, let's find out where it will become 0. We know 12 can break as 6 into 2. So, therefore, probably this will become x squared minus 6x minus 2x plus 12. Like that, this will become x minus 6 into x minus 2 when we factorize it, when we give it into two groups, first group, second group, overall common, remaining term and all that. This is how we are getting the terms. Each bracket can be 0. So, like that, the value of x can become 2 and 6. So, that means whenever this function, in this function, when you substitute 2 and 6, the function will not be defined. Okay. So, we don't want non-defined function that is creating trouble for us. So, those points we will remove from our domain. These are all real valued functions. So, if you remove 2 and 6 from your domain, then your function is absolutely safe and it will be defined everywhere, right? So, it's only that much. So, the domain over here, therefore, the domain will be the entire real number line is fine with us, but we have to only remove this point 2 and 6. Just remove minus 2 and 6. Remove 2 and 6, function is safe and it is well defined, it's real valued, right? So, that is about our question number 3. We have still questions to go that we are taking in the next part of the video. This was our part 1. Thank you.